Max from the Southern Ukulele Store, and do you know what, last week it was like my phone blew up. I just kept getting messages saying, are you going to do it? Are you going to make the video? Are you going to review the Flight Fireball Soprano and Baritone? But to be honest with you, I didn't realise that we accidentally broke the news of their existence to the world. We launched them on our social medias the day before Flight announced them, and then we didn't make a video immediately because I sprained my wrist. And we were so busy in the shop that we just couldn't find the time. So I'm really sorry. I know that there's lots of you out there waiting, especially to hear the Soprano, it seems. So I'm going to show you the Flight Fireball Soprano. I'm going to show you the Flight Fireball Baritone. I'm going to show you this month's other new release from Flight, which is the Peter Moss Tenor. So first of all, let's look at the Flight Fireball Soprano. Look at that. It looks like a Fireball, but it's smaller. It's more portable. It's more soprano-y. What do you think? So it's all solid mango, top, back and sides, and it's lacking some of the features that the tenor and baritone have. It doesn't have the scoop cutaway, but personally I quite like the symmetry of this. When you look at it, I think that's something that, you know, that's going to draw in as many people as it detracts. You have front black binding, but it's still mango on the back and sides. I'll show you some B-roll close-ups in a moment. You have a satin neck, but a gloss finish on the body with Flight's slotted headstock with a mango faceplate. You have the black Prowl open gear tuners, and you have a 38mm nut width. So it still has a nice wide nut width, nice wide string spacing, but it remains a Flight at heart. You have the beveled edge on the base side of the body so that you can reach in with maximum comfort. And yeah, it still comes with a gig bag. It's still great. It's a really worthy contender for some of the other high-end mango ukuleles out there, like the Rebel Double Cream Mango, and even some of the Koaloa mangoes. Actually, I think this is, you know, a real big hitter considering its small size and mighty sound. But don't let me just tell you that. We'll finally give you a sound sample of it now. This is the Flight Fireball Soprano. Next up today, folks, we're going to take a first look at the Flight Fireball Baritone. What makes this ukulele so juicy, apart from the mango wood, the big body size? This is a slightly enlarged baritone. It's almost like a super baritone. It's not nowhere near a guitar size, but similar to Flight's Aurora, the Caribou Baritone, and their Guitarlele range. The actual shape of the body is much more like a very, very big soprano. So if you look at the Flight Soprano and then you look at the Flight Baritone next to each other, the body shape on this doesn't mirror that of a conventional baritone, which tends to be more like the shape of a concert body enlarged. What you get from that is slightly more bass. I find it has more of a classical guitar-like frequency range, a classical guitar-like sustain. It's still got the mango top, it's got a pin bridge with the Fireball bridge pins. You have the black rosette with the double pickup inside. You have the scoop cutaway for upper fret access, rosewood fingerboard and bridge, the side sound port, which is that kind of spiderweb-esque, stained glass window-esque. I don't know what else to say. It's just a really cool looking side port. And you still have the beveled armrest there for the upper fret access, for the comfort, so you can play in just over the sweet spot nice and happily. You've still got this slotted headstock on the baritone size with the Prowl open gear tuners, a 38mm nut width, satin neck on a gloss body, comes in a gig bag. This is just a pro piece of kit. I remember a few years back there was just no choice if you wanted a baritone. At the start of the pandemic, it's almost like everyone just stopped producing baritones because they were not a popular size, and what that created was a demand and ironically a rise in popularity of baritone ukuleles. Now with the Fireball, I feel like we've come full circle where Flight have introduced several models that really lift the whole range of baritone ukuleles available to you. It used to just be Carla really kind of going for baritones, maybe Ohana and Pono, but now brands like Snail and Flight and soon Miller, and I mean, yeah, just looking around the shop, lots of different brands are getting in on the act, and very few are doing it as well as Flight. So let's give the Fireball baritone a play and see what you think. Okay, last up today we're going to take a look at the Flight Peter Moss Tenor. This follows on from the popularity of the Peter Moss concert launched earlier in the year. Peter Moss is a UK-based singer, songwriter, performer, teacher who's gained a lot of popularity in the ukulele world in recent years. He's known kind of all across the world, really. I've noticed with the sales of the Peter Moss ukuleles, they go to all of the weird and wonderful corners of the world you don't expect someone to know about Peter Moss. But what is this ukulele? What makes it special? It's a solid spruce top with solid mahogany back and sides. It has a slight film noir stain to it, a ghost burst finish, which gives everything a slightly kind of tinted sepia look to it. It looks like a sunburst done in a black and white film. You have a rosewood fingerboard and bridge with the side dots, so when you're looking down you can see the fret markers. You have Flight's signature headstock with the Prowl tuners, a 38mm nut width with a wider 30mm string spacing, satin neck, gloss body, and this one has a string through bridge like the concert model that Peter launched earlier in the year. Peter himself was asking me to make a video of these, which I'm very honoured about. It's lovely when an artist who has their own instrument is really keen to see shops talk about it, but yeah, colour us impressed. I know Peter himself isn't much of a tenor player, he's more known as a concert player, but you know, there is nothing really not to like about this ukulele. Perhaps you can take the Peter Moss Tenor ukulele and make it your own. Let's give it a play and see what you think. There you have it, folks. We've taken a look at 3 new Flight models to see out 2022. Which is your favourite? Do you like sopranos, tenors or baritones? And I'm starting to see why people say there's no love for the concert ukulele right now, because that's the one size that Flight haven't had a new launch for a few months. So let's see what 2023 brings. In the meantime, if you have any questions, give me a call on 01202 430 820 or email me at alex@ukulele.co.uk. If you... yeah, that'll do.